Across the globe, we see the rise of racism. Especially concerning is the way in which hate is used to produce violence. It is in this backdrop that the Center for Culture-Centered Approach to Research and Evaluation, or CARE, collaborated with Carncot to create a project that sought to help us understand the problem of racism and, more importantly, create ways of addressing racism. So it really is my privilege to introduce these short snippets for you that highlight the work done by the students at Carncot with the support of the principal, Dr. Owen Ernst. What you will see in these videos are the ways in which students think about the world of racism, the world of hate, and the dialogues they open up through their invitation to connect, to build relationships, and to imagine a better world that is free from hate. What happened as part of this project is that the students worked in small groups to first understand the problem of racism within the context of their comfort zones. They thought about their comfort zones and what really makes them feel comfortable within these zones. Then they grappled with the idea of difference. What does it mean to recognize difference? And what does it mean to relate to difference? Once they grappled with these two questions of comfort zone and difference, they then created an anti-racist campaign that highlighted this idea that racism has no place in our world. What touched me the most after watching their presentations and working with them was their deep engagement with this idea of difference and the notion that difference perhaps can offer us very important ways of thinking about living in a world that is open, invitational, and that challenges hatred and racism in everyday ways. So I invite you on this journey to come and watch with us these snippets of conversations as well as some of the presentations that the students put together.
This anti-racism project has been very relevant for our children. Issues around racism are particularly topical at the moment. The project with Professor Dutter and his team has really helped, I think, to make it accessible for the Year 5 pupils at Carncot School. Racism is a quite complex concept, I suppose you could say, for Year 5 children, and subject to lots of stereotypes, and children often reflect the views of other people. This project really helped them to think deeply about what racism meant for them as individuals, as individual 9 and 10-year-old children. Working with CARE on this project, I think, was a wonderful way to make the topic accessible for Year 5 pupils. CARE broke it down to help the children examine their comfort zones, zones of comfort, zones of difference, but then also led them on to think about an anti-racism campaign message that they could promote. The students were very engaged, responded very well. I think that ability to take photographs of images that were really special and personal to them made the project very accessible. The feedback has been really positive from a number of sources. The children themselves and some of their parents have reflected on the fact that the children have engaged personally in quite a deep way with the topic in a way that they hadn't in the past, rather than just perhaps repeating what they had heard or repeating the views of other people. They've thought it's the first time maybe that they have thought personally about racism and what they can do to promote anti-racism. I would certainly recommend the project for other schools as an accessible way of having children explore the complex concept of racism.
Working on this project was like learning about like our differences and our comfort zones and all the things that we don't like and we do like.
I learned that even if something you hate, but it's the same as us, like spiders for example, they're the same as us because they might hate us and we might hate them.
I learned not to judge people on their stereotypes, and I learned how we can reflect on things and what we can do with it.
Working on this project really helped me to understand differences and know the things that are in my comfort zone, such as my parents, friends and extended family.
Lovely.
I learned working on this project that how big my comfort zone is and what differences I actually have.
It was quite a fun experience. There were lots of ups and downs trying to find the right photo and choosing which photos are best for what we're doing. And we had to make comments for our photo and say what we thought about them.
This is me, Millie and Surya's poster. Surya isn't here, but we chose in the middle is the racism pictures we chose, and how we wrote sentences about why it doesn't matter colour or how they look. It's more on the inside.
And the message was white or black, fair or dark, everybody should have equal rights.
So this is me and Gino's board. We have the racism in the middle, which is about how we should stay calm and work together about conflicts. And we also have the differences and the comfort zones.
We've got on here that white, black or brown, no matter what colour you are or the size you are, it is not fair or nice to be racist, and you should remember that difference does not matter and we are all the same. Because colour or no, it doesn't really matter because we're all from the human race, which means we're all the same no matter what.
Some of my friends, the people who were in my group chose things that they don't usually see or usually go to, or for their differences. And for the comfort zones, we had pictures of people who are different colours, skin, but still treating each other the same way that they want to be treated. And over here, we took pictures and wrote little sentences about our comfort zones, like who we like or who we want to be, or the people who make us laugh.
My favourite part of the project was when at the start we got given cameras and we got to go round to our comfort zones and take photos of them, and it's really special to visit our comfort zones because we really love them.
I loved it how we got to experience it, with taking photos and learning about our differences with other people, and how it's not fair to treat people differently, even how they look. And learning about how people's comfort zone is, and learning about what they feel uncomfortable about.
My favourite part of this was putting together our board and seeing it all come together in the end, and I'm really happy with what we've made, and it was really fun taking the photos and finding out which are best.